Hey there, I didn't notice you there. I believe now is the time for our Q&A video. So, let's begin. All right, first question that I was asked was, is there going to be more songs? No. As of right now, that Symbiotic Death was the last song for the Devils of Vulture Valley. And if you're watching this video, you probably do know that by this point because the whole album's out. You can go listen to it right now. It's streaming everywhere. There's always a possibility that Ethan and I decide to do a full length together. That's a conversation we might have down the line. Right now, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a pause on music as I deal with some stuff at work and just get back into the other hobbies I have. But yeah, in the future, will I do other songs about other dinosaurs? Probably. I mean, why not? It was super cool doing it with you guys. You could leave a comment down below telling me what dinosaur you want me to do. I know that people have been talking about the Carcharodontosaurus from Animus Infernal, and other people have talked about the Tyrannus. Must let you in on a little secret now. There's a Tyrannus in the Devils of Vulture Valley. When I was writing Blood in Moonlight, Part 1 and 2, I was thinking of the scenes in Primitive War Part 2, or The Hunting of Stalker Force, and how the Tyrannus would like leave prey out or like hide and be very quiet while it stalked what it was planning to kill. And I just thought, as I was working out, like, wouldn't it be so cool if the animal that kills the soldiers in the intro and the outro was a Tyrannus. So even though it's not on the cover art and doesn't have a full song, I envision that the Tyrannus is part of the Devils of Vulture Valley in spirit. Maybe we'll do a song in the future on it. Once again, same as I said before, it's a conversation between Ethan and I that we need to have if we decide we want to keep working together. I'm sure we'll keep in contact and all that, but like, there's a lot of work and it takes a lot of the air out of the room for other Primitive War projects. And with the movie coming out, I don't want to even take a little bit of attention away from the movie, of course. So yeah, what is my favorite moment in the books? So it's up there between Ryan's death, Tolstoy's death, and if I had to really pick, so I've only read up to The Hunting of Stalker Force, and I'm actually beginning the Psalms of Sheepit Dotek after I finish another book called The Dinosaur Artist by Paige Williams, which is about the illegal sale of a Tarbosaurus specimen to the American Museum of Natural History. Very cool book so far. I highly recommend it. But anyways, I think my favorite scene might be the Amargasaurus scene in The Hunting of Stalker Force, where all the animals, all the Amargasaurus have like the light up frills going on, and I thought that whole sequence was incredibly beautiful. And honestly, if I do another song, that might be one of the first things I do is a song about the Amargasaurus scene I just talked about. What is my favorite song of all time? That's a difficult question, if I'm being perfectly honest. It changes all the time. Right now, if I had to give you an answer, life or death, it would be Smile Like You Mean It by The Killers. If you don't know this about me, I'm a Las Vegas native. I moved away to be with my wife, and I have a strong yearning for the city as I grew up there. But Smile Like You Mean It is so meaningful on so many levels to me, and I'm considering doing a cover of it right now. So if you want to hear me do a much more chill song instead of a more like death metal thing, let me know in the comments. But yeah, Brendan Flowers is also, although The Killers are a Las Vegas band, and there's like some lyrics in Smile Like You Mean It that are so impactful and powerful to me because they literally are like narrations from my own life, but he's much older than I am. And so I just think it's really cool. The one that sticks out to me right now is Sunsets on the East Side, which is the side of town I grew up on. And I don't know, that one lyric just like explodes so much nostalgia for my youth and all of that. So yeah, if I had to pick a song right now, it would be Smile Like You Mean It by The Killers. But if I had to pick like an all-time favorite song, it would probably be Valley of the Damned by Dragon Force, because that solo at the end is incredible, and Dragon Force is the reason I play guitar. I went and saw them when I was 14, and through a very fortunate series of events, my dad got me backstage through people he knows. I got to meet my guitar heroes before I was even playing guitar. Yeah. What is my favorite dinosaur? That's a fun question. It's a little bit difficult. So if I had to pick someone's going to correct me in the comments on this, but if I had to pick a theropod, I would pick Spinosaurus, because I'm a Jurassic Park 3 fanboy. Whether or not Primitive War ever does anything beyond the movie of the Spinosaurus is up in the air, but if Ethan does anything with Spinosaurus, you can bet your ass I will be trying to make a song to the theme of that animal. I just think it's a cool animal. You can't see it from here, but I have the Hammond Collection Spino up top. I have the Spinosaurus mount from One Page Rules, the miniature war game company that I printed, and I've got a Spinosaurus skull that I printed as well, but it's like 2 scale, so it's like this big. And I have another Spinosaurus up there somewhere. I really like Spinosaurus. I think the whole story of it is so cool, like the historiography of it, and it was lost during World War II. The holotype was destroyed during World War II, and all of that is just so cool. Like the history of it's so cool, and I love how it's such a great intro to like paleontological education, because it's so ingrained in pop culture at this point. Like the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus is still what most people will reference as what a Spinosaurus looks like, and then you can trick them into listening to you. You can educate people on how cool it is that we've actually, as time has gone on, we're learning so much more about this animal, how different it is. And it's even more cool, I think, that with the release of Jurassic World Rebirth, you have the more scientifically accurate Spinosaurus as well, and so you can see how pop culture is reflecting the world that it exists in. This one's a fun one. Have I ever visited Vulture Valley? I've never been to Thailand. I've never been to any part of Asia besides Japan. When I went with some buddies, that was super cool. But no, I've not been to Vulture Valley yet. And also, I don't know if I want to go. I can't imagine the Yelp reviews are very good over there. All right, last question is, what song am I the proudest of that I have written? That's a cool question. If I had to, I actually know this song off the top of the head. Every song feels like a little baby to me that I'm like growing and maturing as fast as possible into something that I would listen to on the radio. I don't know if I'd call him a mentor, but like a buddy of mine who I looked up to in the Vegas music scene. Zach, if you're watching this, I think you probably know that, but kudos to you. You showed me so much about guitar and being a musician, but he mentioned to me one time, like, when he makes music, he wants to make the music that he doesn't hear in the world, which I think is just such a captivating and intrinsic way to say, that's how I want to make music. Like, I don't want to make music that's for other people first. I want to make music that's for me first, and like, I will happily jam my own songs into infinity if that's what I want to do. I like all my own songs. I think that the songs I do release deserve to be out in the world. There's some that I'm not as proud of anymore, just because they came out in a time where I was still learning a lot about my beliefs and my voice. But I think I could, probably say it's like 2 songs at best. My proudest song would be from my first album, The Cabin, which is a song called A Light Beyond. Yeah, the reason I would pick A Light Beyond is just, I feel like even at the time it was my most mature piece of work, and I really still to this day resonate with what I did on that song. I think my vocals sound really good on it. I think the guitar playing is still incredible and top notch, and it's doing a lot of really weird stuff. I rue the day I finally play live and I have to play A Light Beyond live. It has a lot of different varying rhythms and time signatures and tempos and all of that. And it's a really demanding song, both vocally and guitar wise. And I guess to get into the meaning of it a bit too, it's just like I was like really an impasse. Like felt like I was transitioning out of young adulthood into like more mature adulthood at the time, and I just didn't. I don't know. I just felt like I was just at a place of like, where do I go next? And so A Light Beyond is like A Light Beyond the Trees was the actual name of the song, and it was always like that's the horizon that you're looking off to when you are finding yourself in those kinds of moments. So yeah, if you have not heard The Cabin, I still think it holds up pretty well, but I will admit that I think the two strongest songs on that album are probably Empty Vessel and A Light Beyond. The other couple of songs are good, but just not, they were not, like I was trying so many different things, and so I was still figuring out like what does the Grand Myth sound like, and I think it's a question I will have forever as long as I keep making music. But that album was a time when I was just really trying to figure out what, like, I'm going to put this out in the world. What does it sound like, you know? And I think A Light Beyond sounds like everything I want to do with the Grand Myth. And in one of the only reviews that people did to that album, somebody said like the whole album comes together on A Light Beyond, and you can see what the Grand Myth was trying to do with the entire record. And I agree. Like it's like one of those things where it's like as you're writing all the music, you're discovering what the music is trying to do. I'm not one to just like, I don't sit around writing charts and planning every little thing. It's all recording right into the recording software and mucking around until something sounds good to me. Yeah, so thank you guys for another Q&A. Like I said, we're going to be doing another video in probably about a week or two. And there's some stuff going on, so I gotta figure that out. If I don't do the playthrough video sooner, I'll do another mix breakdown or whatever you guys want. So yeah, but I am going to tell you that I've decided that the first playthrough video is going to be of Agony, and I'm getting my buddy Alex to also join in and do a drum playthrough / cover of the song. So you can, even though the song was recorded with digital drums and there was no live playing whatsoever, Alex is an incredible drummer. We both played the Vegas scene together, and we both live in Washington, and we're just looking forward to giving that one little extra thing for you guys to experience. I don't really know how to end this video, but I did go fossil hunting for the first time a while ago, and I just want to show you guys my Eocene plant fossil. There it goes. That's cool. I couldn't tell you what kind of plant is in there, but it's cool. All right, this has been the Grand Myth. Thank you guys for coming by. Have a good night.